let's do a little Seint makeup. My Seint palette has all the shades that are matched to me. My second deck has all my favorite lip and cheeks, and then my favorite eyeshadows. So to begin with, I am doing a little bit of contour. I did a little bit up here. You can take it along your jawline. You can contour your nose, whichever you want to put a shadow. And then I'm going to take my detail brush and tap into my main shade and just put that wherever I did not put contour. Today I'm going to do a bright red lipstick, and so I want to keep my face not as bronzy as I usually do, so I think I'm going to not add bronzer. So hopefully this video finds you ready for Christmas and all the things that you do to celebrate, or Hanukkah. We celebrate both. It's kind of fun. So my daughter's coming in from Illinois for 10 days to celebrate with us. So it will be 2 of the 4 kids and my husband, and so we'll have a good time. So I hope you and your family have a good time too. All right, so a little bit of bronzer on the end of my blush bronzer and just a little bit of light to kind of bring a little bit of flush to my skin. It is very gray where I live. We've been having fog for like, I don't know, we're on day 13 or 14, solid fog. Today I did see the sun, but now it's gone away again, so I expect we're gonna get some rain. So when I do my eyes, I usually do this color which is R03, it's a demi color, and I just tap that with this small brush underneath. It also has a very fine point brush that you can do, and just to kind of diffuse and not eliminate my dark circles, but diffuse them so they don't look as dark, if that makes sense. And then I take the other end of the detail brush, and that is my concealer or brightener shade in the Seint. So you have your main shade and then you have a brightening shade. So the brightening shade goes in the center of your face. It brings light. It's wherever light would hit you. Like bronzer hits you up here. I'm gonna bring light to the center of your face. And then of course this all gets blended out with a damp sponge. And then because I'm gonna do a red lip, or attempt to do a red lip today, I'm gonna choose this color, which is kind of in the same tone. It's a little bit more berry. It is called Black Cherry, and it is available on the Seint website in a tin that's magnetic like this, or you can get the red lipstick. Ever Red or Black Cherry comes now in a lipstick for the holidays. So get your order in. There are links in my bio for that. And you know, like and subscribe to this channel if you want more Seint. I am also on Instagram. All right, so just a subtle pink flush to my cheeks. I don't want to do too much because I'm gonna try to do a red lip. Now, for eyes, I like to keep it super simple when I'm doing my eyeshadow if I have a darker lip. So I'm gonna tap into first Cupcake, which is like a white vanilla, and just kind of set my makeup. I did put a little bit of my main shade on my eyelids before I started. Then I'm going to tap into Chai. You could use Dream, which also comes in the, Dream is this brown. I'm using this one, which is Chai, but Dream and Cranberry come in a nostalgia collection on Seint, and it's really pretty together. Cranberry is one of my favorites. So just sweeping that on, just like that, all over the lid. I use Chai almost every day. It's a super neutral, and it's great for just, if you want to do a one shadow, you could do that. And then of course, take it down below, like that. So I hope everybody's not stressed about Christmas. You know, when I was younger and I was working full-time as a teacher, you had to get all the things done. Shop early, wrap all the presents, and with 4 kids, there was a lot. But these days, we're all adults, and so, you know, we give them a little gift of money and cook a good meal, and that's kind of how we like to spend our Christmas Eve and our Christmas Day, just eating good food and sitting around, maybe watch a Christmas movie, something like that. All right, so for the shimmer, because I can never not wear shimmer, I'm going to use this one, and this is called Riviera, and it's kind of a champagne color. It's very neutral as far as a shimmer goes, and I'm just going to tap it on like that. This will be really subtle. You won't even know that it's that shimmery, but just like that. I don't know if that picks up on camera. Let me add a little bit more. And you're never too old to wear shimmers. Do what you want. It's your face. There are no rules. All right, so that's how I would do that. And then, of course, do the other eye. Tap it in, tap it on. You can make this as shimmery as you want, but for my purposes today, since I have to go do some grocery shopping, I'm just going to do a really subtle champagne eye. I don't want to be too made up for just grocery shopping. And then, of course, you know, you blend the edges. And then another trick that I like to do, let me get this brush. This is not a Seint brush, but it's a inexpensive Sephora eyeliner brush, and I've used it for years, so it's got that little tip on it. I like to take my darkest brown, which happens to be Philly. It's this color here. And I like to fill in between my lash and the corner. And it just gives a little definition to the inner eye without doing a complete eyeliner. Although you could do that if you wanted. Anyway, so it kind of looks like that when you get done. You can do liner if you want. I typically don't when I'm just grocery shopping. It's kind of more of an evening thing. But I do find that this helps finish the lash line. Try to do it without poking your eyeballs. And I don't know, it just looks better for me. I prefer it. I don't always do a wing or anything like that because I am mature. I'm almost 64 years old and I have lots of wrinkles. And so I just find it really hard to do eyeliner. And so I typically skip it. I know you can do like a little wing and make it out of powder. If that's your thing, you need to find someone that can show you how to do that. That is not my thing. So anyway, so now the only thing I do left for my eyes is I take the other end of the eyeshadow brush and I tap into, this is Drift, and it's just a kind of an off creamy, but it's shimmery. And I just go on the tear duct here, just like that. You can bring it across a little bit for a little more dimension. But just like that, the inner eye kind of lights up the inner eye. So that's the other trick. And that, so, you know, 3 shadows and you're done. 4, you don't have to have a lot. You can just do 1 or 2 if you don't want to do the other steps. And there you go for the eyes. So super simple. And everything is available on Seint. You get to choose everything individually. So I can help you with that. If you choose your eyeshadows, these come in little magnetic pieces and they last forever, and you just put them in your palette. So if you're into, you know, neutrals, 3 or 4 neutrals, and you're good to go. This is super easy to travel with. This, your eyeshadow brush, and this brush, and you're good to go. They even have travel brushes that have, the Pilot brush is a brush that is 4 brushes. It's this one, and then it breaks apart, and there's 2 more inside. It's black. That one's great for travel. There's also it's $45, and then there's also another one that comes in a compact with 4 brushes, and that's the travel one, and it's $25. So there's lots of good deals. All right, so we've come to the point where we're gonna try to do the lipstick. So I've got my brownie pencil, and I'm just gonna try to line and just do a soft line, nothing too dramatic or fancy. And then you can soften that with your finger. And let's see, actually my nose is not running. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. It's been so cold here that your nose runs. So sick of the fog. I'm sure I probably already said that, but all right, red lipstick. This is a lip tint. It goes on very smoothly. It's very pigmented. It lasts all day. You won't even need to reapply. But anyway, it's super shiny. And see, one swipe, that's all the pigment. I don't even need to do a lot. This one is the color Poppy. I think there's 5. I only have this one, and I think I got Berry, but I don't know where it's in my collection. So just kind of tap that in. You can even use this pigment on your cheeks. Everything from Seint is like that, interchangeable. So in fact, I might do that and then kind of blend that in. Make it look a little more together. That's the beauty of Seint. It's like everything works together. So, oh, forgot to set my makeup. Lastly, setting spray from Seint or your favorite drugstore, as long as it doesn't have silicones in it. Same with your, under your makeup, your skincare or your sunscreen. Don't have, as long as they don't have silicone in it, Seint will work beautifully with those kinds of products. So you just set your makeup. You can set with powder if you want. I prefer setting spray, but you can do you, whatever you prefer. So you just tap it off. You might have to add a little more blush to kind of balance out your face, whatever you prefer. But those glosses are really nice. There's also the lip gelatos that come in a bunch of different colors. There's probably 6, I think. I've done tutorials on those. There are lots of pictures and things on my Instagram if you want to check those out. So that's the finished look, and I guess I'm off to go to the grocery store. So I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. I may be back on here. It depends on how busy I get with my daughter. So again, subscribe, like the video, head over to the links to shop. And if you want to color match, those links are there. Also on Instagram, Judy's Redhead Beauty.